Hi friends, we are going to sing a little rhyme about making a s'more. So, does anybody know what we need to make a s'more? If you know it, say it out loud now. What do you need to make a s'more? Cool, let's see if you got all of it. We need graham crackers. Do you say graham crackers? Chocolate. Of course, marshmallows. And there's one more thing. You don't eat this part, but you need it to make a s'more. You need some kind of heat. A fire, a campfire, or maybe you're going to make your s'more in the microwave this week. The microwave makes heat too. Alright, so let's sing it. This rhyme is called 5 Little Marshmallows. Goes like this. 5 little marshmallows sitting on a stick. The first one said, "I'm melting really quick." The second one said, "That fire's really hot." The third one said, "I'm melting a lot." The fourth one said, "I'm feeling really roasted." The fifth one said, "I'm feeling really toasted." Then in came some crackers and some chocolate through the doors, and the 5 little marshmallows smushed into s'mores. Yay! And that's how you make a s'more. You might not need 5 marshmallows, but you will if you want 5 s'mores, huh? Okay, friends, let's read our book for today. It's called Good Job, Bear. It's by Carrie Weston and Tim Warnes. Little bear is going camping. Okay, here we go. The day that Miss Cluck was taking the class camping, everyone was very excited. When Miss Cluck said that it was almost time to set off, all the animals squealed with delight. Look, what does Bear have? What are those called? Binoculars. Look at their bookshelf. This is really cool. Do you see any books you know? The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Cat in the Hat. It's cool. Letitia the rabbit carried her butterfly net. Maxwell the mole clutched his teddy. The little mice each had a basket. Fergus the fox was given the map. And Boris was put in charge of... ... That means we're left hanging till the next page. What do you think Boris is put in charge of? Boris the bear. I'm thinking maybe he's put in charge of the tent. He was put in charge of absolutely everything else. Wow, that's a lot of pressure. For Boris was an enormous, hairy, scary grizzly bear, but he was also rather kind and helpful. "Bravo," said Miss Cluck, as Boris heaped the huge bag on his back. "What would we do without you?" Miss Cluck and her class set off through the woods. Letitia chased after butterflies. Fergus puzzled over the map. Oh, look, he's using a map, like some of you made last week. Maxwell got stuck up in a tree, got his teddy stuck up in a tree, and the mice struggled with their baskets. Eventually, Boris caught up with them all. Poor Miss Cluck blew her whistle. "This really won't do," she said. "We must stay together." Then Boris had an idea. This is a really good book for predictions. What do you think Boris's idea is? Maybe it has something to do with sticking together, like Miss Cluck wants to do. I'm going to say maybe they'll line up like we do at school. That'll help them stay together. He found room for everything in his bag, even the tired mice. Oh, he's putting everything in his bag, so nobody drops things or has trouble with things. That's nice of him. "Bravo, Boris," cheered his friends. Before long, they came to a little bridge. Boris and Letitia dropped twigs into the stream. Then everyone rushed to the other side of the bridge to see whose would come out first. The little mouse says, "Come on, Boris." And we know he's talking because there's little quotation marks. That sounds like a cool game. See whose stick rushes out of the river first. But somehow, Boris forgot about the bag on his back. Somehow, Maxwell's teddy went splash into the water. Somehow, the mice managed to cling on. Maxwell let out an enormous wail. "Oh, Boris!" he cried. Poor Boris felt so clumsy and ashamed. Miss Cluck carefully leaned over the bridge with Letitia's butterfly net, but it was no good. Teddy was floating away. Boris decided it was time to be very brave. He leapt into the water. Splash! All the way up to his hairy knees. Boris scooped Teddy safely out of the water. Do you hear that thunder? That's really happening right now. Oh my gosh. What if it was thundering when they were camping? How cool would it be if it thundered for our camp out? I love thunder. Okay, let's get back to the story. Boris scooped Teddy safely out of the water. Now there were 2 dripping wet bears, and Maxwell hugged them both. "Boris is the biggest, bravest, best bear," said Maxwell. "Bravo, Boris," agreed Miss Cluck. "Now let's set up camp before there are any more accidents." The animals gathered around while Miss Cluck explained how to build a teepee. It all sounded very easy. Letitia and Maxwell collected long sticks. The mice chewed off some lengths of rope. Nibble, nibble. Boris helped Fergus spread out the canvas. Then they all tried to put it together, but it was not easy. Not at all easy. So that's interesting. Are they using a tent? No, they are using a teepee. And these are some new words you might not have heard before. We have canvas, and this is going to be the teepee. Canvas is like a thick cloth. Once the teepee was up, the fun really began. Miss Cluck got out a new box of chalks and let everyone draw on the teepee. It looked wonderful. Boris put Maxwell's teddy on top to dry. And this is what they named it. Camp Cluck. And off they went to pick berries for supper. Miss Cluck showed them which ones were good to eat. Boris carried the full baskets while the other animals hurried excitedly back to camp. But they were in for a shock. Oh boy. They're headed back to camp and they're in for a shock. What do you think they're coming back to? I'm thinking, I'm going to predict they made this cool teepee. Maybe it started to rain and the teepee got wet, and I don't know, canvas is not waterproof, I don't think. For their wonderful teepee wasn't quite so wonderful anymore. Someone had drawn on Miss Cluck's face. Someone had pulled down all the sticks, and someone was going to be in big trouble. Miss Cluck was very, very angry indeed. She marched straight up to the bulging canvas, reached underneath, and pulled out another dot, dot, dot. What do you think she'll pull out? I don't even know. Do you have a prediction? Let's see. 2 very naughty little wolf cubs. Oh, what's a wolf cub? That means that they're babies or they're little, right? Do you remember the word cub? A cub was a baby animal. I think these are more like preschool wolves. They know better. The cubs wiggled and struggled. Do your parents know you are out in the woods alone? Asked Miss Cluck in her firmest voice. We don't care, yelled one of the cubs rudely. Our daddy is a big bad wolf. Grr. He's much bigger than you, said the other, even more rudely, and he eats chickens for supper, boomed Boris with a great big berry-stained grin. Yikes, it's a grizzly bear. Help, it's a hungry bear. Phew, it's Boris Bear. The naughty little wolf cubs turned on their heels and fled. Boris was most confused. Oh, Boris, what a brave bear you are, smiled Miss Cluck. Now let's put the teepee back together. Bravo for hairy, scary Boris. That evening, Boris and his friends ate a supper of toasted marshmallows and berries until the sun went down. Then Miss Cluck got out her guitar, and they sang songs under the stars. Oh my gosh, berries sound good with marshmallows. Boris felt his eyelids grow heavy. It was tiring being a big, brave bear. I think I might go to bed now, he yawned. Sleep tight. Good night, Boris. Night, night. Boris snuggled down happily in the teepee and was soon snoring. A little later, Fergus, then Letitia, Maxwell with Teddy, the mice, and Miss Cluck crept into the teepee. There wasn't much room, but nobody minded a bit. After all, everyone had a nice, soft place to sleep. Even Miss Cluck. Bravo, Boris, she whispered as she fell asleep. Oh, nice. They're all sleeping on Comfy Bear. Did Bear even mean to scare the wolves away? Let's go back. Was Bear trying to be scary? No, he just had a berry-stained face, and he came in and said, supper! Right there. Right when the wolves were saying, he eats chicken for supper! And he just happened to look a little scary and big to the little wolf cubs. Perfect timing. What a nice little camp out. They're having berries and marshmallows. That's a little different than what we're going to have. But that sounds delicious. All right, friends. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.